Let's continue. Okay. So we are going to be creating a digital product that is actually worth building. Okay. So it's not just about creating a digital product. There are many people out there that will just say, oh, you can make money from creating a digital product. You can create this and sell. That's not our focus. Our focus is to create a digital product that actually solves a problem. Okay, so by way of introduction, I know the people in the room right now probably know me, but let me just do a quick introduction of myself. Okay, so my name is Eniton Oluwatomisin Renitemi, and I'm the founder of NET Dataverse Solutions. I'm a pharmacist, a lecturer, a business automation expert, and a business software developer. So I create software for businesses using AI, of course. So I just want to ask, have you ever created something and nobody bought it? Like you created a book or you created anything whatsoever and was like, what is it? Is it that this thing is so bad that nobody is even showing interest? And or maybe you kept thinking, oh, it's not good enough. Let me adjust one or two things. Let me make so and so changes. Okay, so as it, have you ever had such experience? Have you ever had such experience? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat box. Okay, so maybe you created a product and you were not really sure what it was, who it was meant for. Like, who really needs this? Because it's an error to think that, oh, this thing that I've created is for everybody. Okay, except you are selling long life and prosperity. You can't say what you are selling is for everybody. Okay, so there must be a specific audience for what you have created. Okay, so let's go on. Okay, so what is the real problem with most digital products? Okay, so if a digital product is built around vague ideas or it tries to solve too many problems at once, okay, is going to be problematic. Or if maybe the author tried to create the product before clarifying the problem, okay, because you don't go ahead and create a product before you start thinking of who needs it. So you need to first clarify who is the audience for this product, who is the target audience for this product before you actually go ahead to create. So you must know what is the demand. To solve the issue of demand first, the issue of audience first, before going ahead to create. And then also another problem is relying on tools instead of thinking, like thinking, oh, AI is going to get this done for me. And in my mind, I don't really even have it clear that, okay, this is what I want to do. That might be a problem. Okay, so next, there is a misconception people have around AI. They feel, oh, AI can do a lot of things. AI can generate content. It can structure information. It can suggest ideas. Yeah, true. But the thing is, AI cannot define your market problem for you. You must know the problem you are trying to solve before you go ahead to create a digital product. Okay. And then another thing is the copy paste trap. Many people find themselves in that copy paste trap. They don't really understand how to use AI. They depend on, oh, use this prompt to do this, and then they can't really think on their own. So that is a big problem. Okay, so templates feel productive, yes, Maybe somebody has, oh, these are the prompts I used to do this, these are the prompts I use. It may feel productive, but it's a kind of trap. Because imagine you want to do something and it doesn't flow naturally. You just have to like, oh, let me go and check these templates. Which one will I use now? Which one will I use now? It may not really work. Okay. And then results collapse when context changes. Okay. So if maybe the template they gave you is maybe is to solve this particular problem, you want to write this particular book. And then when you want to do something else that is different from what that's what particular one is meant for, you are stuck. You don't know, okay, what do I do? What do I change? What do I edit? How can I make this work? Okay, so dependency is not mastery. Okay, the goal in using AI, which I have for myself and I also have for people that come to learn from me, is not dependency, is mastery. I don't want people to depend on, oh, these are the prompts that this person gave me in a class. No, the goal is to master AI such that you can stand on your own, even if maybe you collected 1,000 prompts and then for one reason or the other, you can't even find those prompts. You should be able to work even without those templates. Okay. And then another thing we want to quickly understand is there's a difference between output and results. Okay. So whatever you put into AI, you will surely get an output. It's just like they say, garbage in, garbage out. So if you type anything into AI, you will definitely get an output. So it may not be what you want, but you will get an output. But we are not interested in output. We are interested in having results. Okay. So before building a digital product, you need to ask some questions. Okay. So these questions must be answered. You must be able to answer it within you before you go ahead. So the first one is, what specific problem am I solving? Okay. What specific problem am I solving with this digital product that I want to create? Who is experiencing this problem? That is, who is my target audience? The next is, why is it urgent or important right now? Okay, because if the problem is not urgent, if it is not important, then there may be no need for the product. Maybe something like, okay, it's a problem, but it's not really a big deal. I can solve it later. Or be like, I have one uncle or one auntie that can help me to solve this problem, and then they feel your digital product is not necessary. But if it solves an urgent and an important problem, then people will be interested in getting that product. Then what change will happen after this is solved? So most ideas are weak. Many people create digital products based on weak ideas. Okay, the ideas are either too broad or too general. Okay, so take a look at what I have before me now. Somebody creates a digital product and titles it How to Grow a Business. It doesn't really address any specific problem. Okay, but compare that to the next one, which is how to launch and grow a snail farm with limited capital. Or look at the next one, two key numbers every business must track to avoid paying excess tax in 2026. See, it's very, very specific. Looking at the topic alone, you can already know, okay, these are the people that need this. When business owners see this, they're like, oh, I don't want to pay excess tax. Oh, I need this. Let me see what they are even saying here. What are they talking about? Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so look at another one. AI for business. It's too general, it's too broad. Okay, but compare that with what is under it. How to use AI to create your first invoice automation system in 3 hours. Look at that urgency there. Look at that 3 hours. Wow, you mean I can automate my invoicing in 3 hours? So I really want to know what they are talking about there. Okay, so just as we've been saying, so strong ideas are narrow and specific. If you want to create a digital product, Your ideas must be narrow and specific, must be built around one clear outcome. They must be designed to solve one pressing friction and easy to explain in one sentence. Okay, people don't pay for information, they don't pay for theory or long explanation. They pay for relief, clarity, speed, reduced uncertainty. You know, a lot of people like they like to say, "Oh, this thing, what is this person even teaching? I can learn it on YouTube. I can learn it for free." You know, it's something that you see, you hear flying around. But the truth is, not everybody has the time to go and sit on YouTube and watch 10 or 20 videos before they get what they want. If they have see somebody with the solution to their problem, somebody that can give them instant relief, clarity, that can give them speed. Like they don't have 10 hours to watch YouTube. They just want something that can solve that problem in 2 hours. They are okay with it. They will gladly pay for it. Okay. So in today's class, we are going to identify one real business problem. We are going to refine it into a focused digital product idea. We're going to use AI to structure it properly and build a small but useful asset. Okay, so let's go on now. So right now, I'll be going to ChatGPT.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I'm going to share my screen now. Can you see ChatGPT on my screen?
Yeah. You can see it.
Okay,
I can see it.
so
I can see it.
Yes,
let's
yes.
continue very fast. Okay, so what I am going to create is a digital product that helps businesses to solve record keeping. So remember I said you must create something that solves a problem. So since I, as a person, I help businesses to automate their record keeping. So I want to use that example, something that I am familiar with. It's always good that to create a digital product in line with what you are familiar with. Okay, so that ChatGPT or any AI tool does not just give you any rubbish and then you swallow it like that. Okay, so let's start. I hope we can still see my screen. Okay,
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm typing, let's start. Okay, so I say I want to create a digital product that addresses an important record keeping problem for Nigerian businesses. There is something popped up on my screen. I'm so sorry. Okay. I want to drag this thing down. Okay, problem. I want to create a digital product that addresses an important record keeping problem for Nigerian businesses. Okay, let me just send that and see what it comes up with. I already know what I want to create in my mind, okay, but let's just see what it comes up with. So I love this already. This is exactly your lane. So it's telling me this is exactly my lane because from my interaction with ChatGPT, you know that okay, I'm in that line. Problem. You can see I do already.
Hello, I can't hear you, man. Have you muted your mic? Okay. I can't hear you well. No, you. Hello. Mm. Uh,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you. I've not been hearing you. That's why.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes, I
sorry.
can
So
hear
you
you.
can hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
I removed the earpiece. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah. We can see
Yes.
it. I can see it.
Okay, so let me just continue. So the options it's giving me, they are not things I'm interested in. So let me just go to what I have in mind already. Okay, so I'll say I want to create a, let me say, an ebook around this idea. Okay, and then I'm going to just type the topic I already have in mind. Three, three numbers every business must track in order to, what's the topic now? Three numbers every business must track in order to, I'm trying to, okay, let me just leave it like that, okay? Can help me to fill in the gap. I had a particular topic in mind, but I can't remember the full thing right now. Okay, so I'm going to say, give me ideas on how to proceed. Ask me questions where necessary and give me options. Okay, so let me send that. Let's see what it will bring. Okay, so it says this is strong. Okay, the title must finish the sentence with a result. Okay, so that's what I'm actually looking for. I had a word in mind to finish that. Okay, so you can see that's filled in the gap of the topic for me. It says three numbers every business must track in order to avoid running at a loss. Three numbers in order to stop financial leakage. Three numbers every business must track before they close down. Okay, so I can pick any of that to finish up the sentence. Okay, so it's bringing other options. Okay, so I want to pick something from this first one. So let me just go for this first one. Okay, so what I did is to copy that and then I'll say I prefer this. and then I'm going to paste it there. Okay. So it says excellent choice. That is fear driven in a smart way. Okay, so depending on the kind of audience you are selling to, you must know what is that thing that will catch their attention. Okay, so something that is fear driven will actually catch the attention of Nigerian business owners. It will be like, oh, I don't want to run at a loss. So let me know what are these, what's the number they are talking about. Okay, it's emotionally strong. Sometimes you need to appeal to people's emotion. Okay. And it says the promise is clear. Okay. Sure. So this step one, let's refine the title. Let's slightly sharpen it. Okay, still the same thing. I don't see anything wrong with the title. Okay, so see the last option. It says you are not broke. You are not tracking. Three numbers every business must track to avoid running at a loss. Is it looks good, but I think it's too okay. It's too long. So I'm going to ask you to refine this and make it more straightforward. Okay, so I'm going to paste it. Let's see what it comes up with. Yeah, so this is what I actually have in mind. It says you are not broke, you are just not tracking. Okay, three numbers every business must track to avoid running at a loss. Okay, so then it says even more straightforward, you are not broke, you are not tracking the right. I think I want that just to be there. Okay, so this other option is saying you can use this as the heading and then this as the top title. So I think I like this idea. So I'm going to copy it and include that just there. So I say I will go with I will go with so I've pasted it there. So let me quickly edit that. I hope we are still following me. I hope we are
Yeah, yeah,
together.
yes.
You're not broke, you are just not tracking. Okay, I think I want to even remove this because I want it to create a kind of curiosity. So let's just leave it as you're not broke, you're just not tracking. Then the subtitle will be three numbers every business must track to avoid running at a loss. What do we think about this title? Do you think it's okay? What do you think about it?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
yeah, so let's go with that. Let's go with that. So we're going to move on now. So let's see what it's going to bring. So that's a strong title, confident, clear, memorable. Okay. Okay, so final polished version. You're not broke, you're just not tracking. The three numbers every business must track. Okay, so the title is okay. The title is okay. So it says if you confirm your audience and level, I will next build the full table of content, write your book positioning statement, suggest page count, suggest pricing, outline your launch message. This is not where we are going. We want to write the book first. It's not table of contents. We write first. Okay, so it says based on your title, the numbers must clearly prevent losses. So here is the strongest truth. There are many numbers that a business must track. There are many numbers that are important. Okay, so we need to define what are the three numbers we are looking at. So gross profit, total operating expenses, and cash flow position. So this is not what I want to look at. So my home, let me see the three numbers I have in mind is, let's say, revenue, expenses, and gross profit. Okay. So, okay, so we have that those are the three numbers that we have in mind. Okay, so it says if your target is Nigerian small businesses, these three numbers is perfect. Okay, okay. So let me say the target. So it's asking a question here. So let's say the target is small products and service based businesses. Businesses. Okay. So that's the target. So let's see what it comes up with. So it says since your target includes both product based and service based businesses, you must structure the three numbers in a way that works for all these people. Okay, so talking about the three numbers: revenue, direct costs, operating expenses. Okay. Okay, so let's go. What's the end? Okay, so it's asking a question. Before I outline the full table of content, answer this. You want this ebook to be very simple and beginner friendly, slightly structured, or authority level? No, I want it to be simple and beginner friendly. Okay, so let me say I want it to be simple and beginner friendly. Okay, so let's see what it comes in. Okay, so it's already giving me the table of contents. So I just quickly run through and see what is saying. So it says chapter 1, the dangerous assumption most small business owners make. Okay. Chapter 2, why revenue alone is lying to you. Chapter 3 is where we now talk about the numbers. Number 1 is revenue. Okay. So chapter 4, number 2, direct cost. Chapter 5, number 3, operating expenses. Chapter 6, the simple profit formula. Okay. Chapter 7, the 30 minutes weekly money check routine. Chapter 8, how to set this up in 7 days. Okay. Okay, so let's go on. Let's see what is it saying at the end. So what is saying at the end, that is our next step. So I'm okay with the table of contents. She's asking some questions. She said, do you want this ebook to focus heavily on Nigerian examples, Naira figures, common expenses, local scenarios? Will this ebook connect to your spreadsheet cost funnel? Yes, yes. Okay. So I'm going to answer these questions. And so it's always important that when you are using ChatGPT to draft something, look at the question it's asking you, especially at the end. Respond to the question so that it will give you what you want. So let me say yes. Yes, I want the book. So let me just copy this. Control C. So I hope you are following me. So I say yes, I want the book to focus heavily on Nigerian examples. And then, yes, I want the book to connect to my spreadsheet funnel. So I'm going to paste that as well and say, yes, I want the ebook to connect to so I'll change this here to my spreadsheet course funnel. So let me send that and see what it comes up. I hope we are still following me.
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
we together?
Yes, ma'am. I try to
Yes,
follow.
yes, yes, we are.
So now we're building something serious. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it's because of our time. I'm supposed to really go through this in detail, but let's just go on. It says we find chapter structure, why many Nigerian businesses feel busy but broke. So in case I don't want it to be limited to a Nigerian audience, I can just remove this Nigerian here and just leave it as why many businesses feel busy but broke. Okay, but let's continue for now. Okay, so it says very funnel strategy at the end of the book, offer free profit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that at the end of the book. Okay, so we are not launching now. Let's create the product first. So now the question is asking here now. It says, do you want this book to be 30 to 40 pages or 50 to 70 pages? This is too much. Okay, so let me say I want the book to be at most 30 pages. So 30 pages depends on the font size. So let me say based on font size 12
Mhm.
in Times New Roman. Okay, so this is not compulsory. The reason why I'm putting this, if you say something is 30 pages, if it's bigger fonts, it might not be a lot of text. Okay, but if it's tiny fonts, 30 pages will still be a lot. So we need to specify 30 pages of what. Do you understand what I just did here?
Yeah, yes, yes, I
Okay,
understand.
so let's
Yes.
continue. Okay, okay, so it's page one. Let's see what is here. Let's see what is here. Okay, so the question is asking here, do you want to include screenshot of sample tables? No, I don't want to include screenshots. So I say keep it mostly text with clean numeric examples. Okay, so let's wait for the outcome. Sorry. Okay, so it's giving us the outline. Still writing, still working on it. So let's see what it's going to give at the end. Okay, so it's asking, now I want to refine one more strategic layer. Do you want this book to include light storytelling? Yes, include light storytelling, but we are running short of time, so I'm going to say include light storytelling. Let's start writing the book chapter by chapter. Okay, so now we want AI to write the book. Okay, but we're not going to ask it to write everything at once. If we ask it to write everything at once, it's going to give you what you don't want. Okay, so it's always better to let it write it in batches. Okay, so it says introduction, you're not broke, you're just not tracking. Okay, so now this is our introduction. Okay, so now what we are going to do now is, we are saying it should write in batches. So at this point, I am going to open a blank Google Doc where I'm going to be copying each of the chapters. Are we together up to this
Okay.
point?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have copied that. So I'm going to paste it in this blank document that I created. Okay, so I'm going to
Yes.
remove this. So all these lines will remove it later. So I'll just go to the beginning and remove this as well so that I don't forget to remove it, okay? And also this approximately whatever, we are going to remove it, okay? But let's just continue for now. So now we have our introduction. So let's go back. So now it says, if you're ready, next we'll write chapter 1. Before I proceed, asking a question here. So let's try to always answer the question it asks. It says, before I proceed, quick clarification. Do you want the chapters to have simple headings like chapter 1, revenue, or more engaging headings like chapter 1, revenue is lying to you? So let me say, I prefer the second option. Okay. So I prefer the second option. So it's writing this. So let's see, revenue is lying to you. Emeka is excited. His fashion business made. I think I'm liking this. This is making sense. So let's see. Okay, so he's done writing the chapter 1. So I'm going to copy it. I'll go to my Google. Can you see my Google Doc?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to delete that ending as well. Then I'll scroll to the beginning also and remove this. Okay, so that I don't forget. So let's go to the end. Okay. Sorry. So say next chapter 2. So you say, would you like the storytelling to continue? Yes. Continue chapter 2 with same storytelling format. Okay, so we're going to continue our chapter 2. So is writing our chapter 2 for us. Let's go back to Emeka. Remember, it's 800,000 monthly sales. On the surface, it looks impressive, but Emeka runs a fashion business. He buys ready-made outfits from a supplier. Okay, so let's see, maybe it's done writing. So it's done writing. So let's copy. We're going to copy the next chapter as well, and we're going to paste in our Google Doc. So we'll remove this, and also we'll go to the beginning and remove this, okay? So let's go. So let's go on. Next, we are going to write. So it's saying, would you like this chapter to start with Emeka again, or should we switch to Amaka? Okay. So let's say let's switch to let's not use Amaka, let's use Bisola. Let's switch to Bisola for the next chapter so that our book will not look like an Igbo book. Okay. So let's continue. So the idea is we want the book to address different kind of businesses. We don't just want to use a single business. Okay. So next it has written this for us. Says in this chapter I will combine everything into a clean step-by-step example. So it's asking, will you like chapter 4 to include one detailed product business example and one service business, very clear and structured, or one extended example where we follow a single business through the full calculation? Okay, so let's go for option A. Okay, but before that, let's copy our chapter 3. So let's copy our chapter 3. So we're going to paste our chapter 3. Are we still together? Are we together? Hello, are we still together?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we have our chapter 3. So we are back to We are back to ChatGPT. So let's just say option four. Option A for chapter 4. So that means I want you to use both a product based and a service based business. Okay, so for chapter option A for chapter 4. Okay, so option A is already writing our chapter, is writing our chapter 4. Okay, so let's copy our chapter 4. Let's go to the beginning as well. So let's go back. So when we have our chapter 4, so it says chapter 5. Would you like this chapter to feel like a practical checklist they can implement immediately, or another short story, then transition into the checklist? Okay, so let me go for option B. So let's go for option B. Okay. Okay, so the storytelling. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it's done writing our chapter 5. So let's copy it. Let's copy our chapter 5. Okay. So let's go to the beginning as well. So we're going to go to the beginning as well and remove what is not necessary. Okay, so let's go back here. So the next is chapter 6. It says why guessing is costing you money. It says, would you like this final chapter to strongly highlight the pain of manual tracking or gently introduce automation as a natural next step without heavy emphasis? Okay. I think we've highlighted the pain all through the book. We've used a lot of stories. So let's just go for option B. So this is option B. I hope we are following. Are we together?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to the bottom. Okay, so let's copy this and paste here. So as usual, we'll remove this at the end and also okay, sorry. So we have this now. So let's see what's the next thing is asking. Says now you have a complete 30-page framework. Would you like me to help you write a powerful sales page for this ebook? Refine the introduction to make it even more emotionally gripping. Help you design the free template structure. Create your 10-day pre-launch content plan for Facebook. Okay, so we are not going to do all of that. Let's look at the introduction and see if we can make it more emotionally gripping. Okay. Okay. I think this introduction is okay. The introduction is okay. I don't think is there's anything wrong with the introduction. Okay, so the introduction is okay as it is. Let's leave the introduction as it is. All right. So the next step now is for us to now arrange our book, and then okay, we're going to need a cover page. So let's go ahead and create the cover page. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so I want you, let me say, what I want next is the cover page design. Okay, give me a premium, design. Okay, and let's say put my name at the bottom. Okay, let me type my name there. So let me send it on all meeting. Wait, okay, and you see data verse in brackets. Okay, so we wanted to create the cover design next. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so
Mhm.
okay, so let's say I want the design in A4 format. Okay. Okay, so do you prefer deep charcoal black, deep navy, something else? Okay, so let's say let me just choose this. Oh, this is supposed to be A4. So I hope we're together.
Yes, ma'am.
So deep charcoal, minimal line icon. Okay. Let me go for the first. Let me just put minimal icons. Okay. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have here. So I'm just going to tell it to create the design. Okay. Because one thing with ChatGPT, it can finish you with questions. So just keep asking you question and question. Okay, so I'm going to say create the design. Okay, so create the design. That's what I say. Just go ahead and create the design. Enough of explanation. So now it has started creating the design. So we're going to come back to see what it creates. Okay, so can you see the cover design?
Yeah, yeah, very
Yes.
nice.
You can see
Okay.
it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
very good.
Okay, so I think this is okay, but if I'm not okay with it, okay,
Yeah.
so one thing I'm seeing now is this full stop. I don't need this full stop. You're not broke, you're just not tracking. I don't want those full stop there. So I'm going to, so what I did was I clicked on the image and then it brought out this interface, describe edit. So if it is on your phone too, I can do this too on your phone. So it's going to, well, just click on the image. It's going to pop up this describe edit. So I'm going to say delete or remove the full stops at the end of the title. Okay, so I'm going to, so it's going to remove it. Okay, so let's see what, so it's going to recreate the image. So now let's go back to our ebook that we created. Okay, so we are going to place our cover design on that first page. So now I want to put us through how to edit this. We may not do the full editing, but maybe we just use the first chapter and the introduction as example, and I'll just show us one or two things. Okay, so that we don't spend too much time. So let me just take this to the second page. So I'm going to take this to the second page. Okay, so it has gone to the second page now. Okay, and then one thing I'm going to do again, normally when you see ebooks now, apart from the cover page, the first page usually has like a repetition of the title and maybe the author details. So I'm going to copy this and just put it on that first page. So we're going to still create another. So once we put the image, it will shift it down. So let's just put it here. Let's just put this here. Okay. So what was our subtitle? Okay, our subtitle was the three numbers every business must track to avoid running at a loss. So let me just type that. The three numbers every business must track to avoid running at a loss. Okay, so can just have it that way. And then I want to put my name. I want to put my name at the bottom. Okay, so I'll just put any example given to me. Okay, I want to centralize that. So I'm going to come at the top here. What I'm doing on a system, you can also do it on a phone. Okay, you can get the Google Doc app. So there's a Google Doc app. If you don't have it already, just download it on Play Store. You can do it on a phone. Okay, it doesn't have to be a computer. Okay, so you can use a phone to edit your ebook. So I just align this to the center. Okay, so I want to put. I hope we are still together.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
All right, so I just put this. So let me increase the font. It's too small. Okay, so I've increased the font. So I can also increase the font of this as well. So I just highlighted everything together. Okay, so let me reduce it. I don't want it to go to another line. Okay, so we just want to put something here. Okay, it's going to the next page. So, okay, I want to put something under this. Okay, so I want to put this, I'm looking for this. I don't want to waste time to look for the symbol. I'll look for it later. This copyright symbol. Okay, so I'm going, okay, so it has picked it up. Okay, so this is what I want to put at the bottom. Okay, and then, so I'm just going to clear all this space now. So I'm going to take this back to the top. So now we'll go back to check if our cover design is ready. Okay, so let's go back to ChatGPT to check if our cover design is ready. So it has removed the full stop. So I think this is okay now. So we can download this. So we're going to download this now. I'm downloading this Okay, so it has been downloaded to my computer. So I'm going to go here and paste it. Okay, so I'm just going to create a space for it. So here I'm going to click on insert. So if you're using Google Doc on your phone, you see a plus icon at the top. Just click on that plus icon. It will take you to where you can insert. So I want to insert an image. It's going to take me to, it's going to open my files. Okay, so I think this is the file. Yes, this is it. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. So let me reduce this page size so that we can see it. Okay, so let's continue. So now we have our introduction. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I think this font is too tiny because we expect that most people might be reading. So the font is too tiny and we expect that many people might be reading on their phone. Okay, so let's increase the font. Okay, so currently we are having it as font size 11. So I'm just going to, let's just highlight everything. Okay, so okay, so what I'm going to do now, I want to check this thing on my phone. Okay, so since it's a Google Doc, I can actually view it on my phone simultaneously. Okay, so I'm going to open it on my phone and see how readable it is. Okay, so just to be sure that we are in line. Okay, so I think the font size is okay now, or I can just increase it a little bit more. Okay, so I just increased the font size and I want to see how readable it is on my phone. Okay, so I think the font is okay now. It shouldn't be too large either. Okay, so now that we have increased the font size, so let me just reduce the one for this heading. I don't want it to overflow to 2 rows. Okay, so I'm going to take this back. I'm going to take this back to the first page. Okay, so I'm taking the introduction back. Okay, so I think the font size is okay now. So the next thing is to edit it. Okay, so in editing, we're going to remove all these lines. We're going to remove all the lines, and then we are going to make sure that each chapter starts on a fresh page. Okay, so that's like the next thing we're going to do. And then you can see here we have like a table of content here already because it created the titles for us in heading format. Okay, but again, we can actually create a table of content. Okay, we can decide that we want to have a table of content for our book. Okay, so if we want to create a table of content, it's very easy to do that in Google Doc. So just go to Insert and click on Page Element. This might not be possible on a phone. Okay, so where I went is I went to Insert, I went to Page Elements, and from Page Elements, you can see Table of Content. So it's asking which style do I want? Do I want plain text, dotted, or links? Okay, so I usually prefer these links. The idea is that from the table of content, they can navigate to any topic. So I'm going to click links. Can you see what is just being generated for us? So this is the table of content. It has generated this table of content for us now. So from this table of content, I can navigate to any of these headings. So if I click on what is my gross profit, can you see it will take me there in the book. Okay, so now we have our table of contents, we have our book. So, okay, so it's saying here, so, okay, so it's ending with my clarity page, like what do I want people to do next? Okay, because most times when you sell an ebook or when you create a digital product as a business owner, that's not like the final stage. What you want to do is you want to attract a particular kind of audience, even with that ebook. You want people to read the ebook and be like, oh, this person that knows so much, I think I should just contract this person to help me automate my record keeping. I should just contract this person to help me set up my record keeping system and the likes. So at the end of the book, you want to put in links that they can use to contact you. You know, you want to put how can they reach you? Okay, so you can just put something like, maybe if this book resonated with you, then get in touch with us, or you can put the links to your your offers at the end of the book. So maybe your WhatsApp number, maybe your email, or any other thing that you're going to put at the end of the book. Okay, so once that is done, our ebook is ready. Okay, so briefly, so I think we are done with this, so we can continue from there. So let's just quickly conclude the class. Okay. Okay, so what did we just do in the class? We identified a real business problem. We narrowed it to one focused outcome. We used AI to structure the solution and build a small usable digital asset. Okay, because we started with clarity, we reduced the, the scope. You know, we're able to guide AI. We did not just allow AI to just do its thing. Okay, so we have to provide that guide. That is what prevents the issue of people saying, oh, AI is giving me generic answers, is not giving me what I want. Okay, so we need to guide AI intentional. You see that at every point in time that it was asking us questions, we responded, we made our choice. Creating a digital product is not the end, okay, is a means to an end. It's just the beginning. Okay, so what's the next step after you have a digital product? What's the next step you take? The next thing is you need a market position, because if you write ebook now, it's just on my system, I can download it as a PDF. Okay, so what's the next thing? I want to market it, I want to position it so that it can be accessible and visible to my target audience. Okay, then another thing is I want to offer clarity, in the sense that I want to be able to make clear who is this ebook for. Okay, I want to make my messaging precise. Okay, because if the messaging is not clear, people don't know why should I buy this ebook, or even if I'm giving it out for free, why should I read this ebook? So what am I going to benefit from this ebook? Okay, so that's one thing that's part of the next step. Then also lead generation. Leads are potential clients, potential customers for your business. Okay, so you need to generate leads for the ebook, and also you need to use the ebook to generate leads, and then you also need a follow-up strategy. Okay, so I said this is where most people get stuck. Okay, they create something and then maybe they post about it once in a while, they get little response, and then they say, oh, people are not interested in this thing, people are not interested, they are not showing interest. Some we even start getting angry with their friends and family that they are not even helping me to share, they are not helping me to buy my product. Okay, but that's not the issue. Okay, you need to have a marketing strategy for your ebook. You need to have a marketing strategy for your digital products. Okay, so and you need to create a structure for this. Okay, so in order to achieve this, you need an execution plan. Okay, you need to have an execution plan. Okay, don't just experiment and say just post once in a while or things like that. Okay, you need to have a plan and actually work through that plan. Okay, so briefly, let me talk about the AI powered business bootcamp. Okay, so now we have a digital product. What is the next step?
Okay, I've already talked about the next step. Okay, so there are lots that you can do with this digital product, and then there are also a lot of things that we can still do with AI. Okay, AI is not just for creating digital products. Okay, not just for, oh, you can create a digital product and sell. Okay, AI can actually help your business as a whole. It can help you in your profession as a whole. Okay, so in the AI powered business bootcamp, we are actually going to take a deep dive into AI. Okay, we're going to see clearly how we're going to be taking a deep dive to understand how AI works and how we can use it, and practical steps that we can actually take to incorporate AI into our work, into our business. Okay, so in the we don't just copy and paste prompts. That's one thing that I try to emphasize all the time. I don't give people prompts in the bootcamp, except for maybe one or two prompts that I just want people to see as a prototype. Okay, it's not, we don't give prompts that, okay, copy and paste this one, because nobody brought prompts from heaven. Okay, so why can't you learn how to prompt yourself? Why do you want to depend on somebody else to give you prompts? Okay, so we teach how to think properly, how to think through before prompting. Okay, we use AI beyond copy paste templates, and also we're going to be going deeper into creating structured digital products. Okay, so we're going to be having a deeper dive into that. Okay, so most people use AI for image generation, video generation. Yes, we're going to cover all of that also in the boot camp. Okay, we're going to use AI for content creation. We're going to use AI to create marketing structures, marketing systems. We're going to learn how to launch ads, how to create ads with AI, how to create a landing page that you use for your lead generation, that you use to sell your digital products or to distribute your lead magnets. So we're going to learn all of that in the bootcamp. We're going to learn how to use AI as a decision support tool, not as a decision maker. We're going to learn how not to give the reins of our business to AI to make decisions for us, but we're going to use it even as a decision support tool. Okay, so who is the bootcamp for? Is for business owners who are ready to work intentionally. It's for professionals who want structure, not acts. Okay, it's not about do this, do that. Okay, we want structure so that be able to think, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I really want to go about it. Okay, this training is also for people who are tired of random AI experimentations. If you go online today, they'll tell you, oh, this is the new AI tool. This AI tool is for this AI tool is for that. And then you see a long list of 20, 30 AI tools, and you're like, where do I want to start from? Okay. So this training is actually for those who are tired of experience. You're not interested in let's try this, let's try that. You want to build a structure and say, okay, this is what I work with. This is how I go about it. This is how I want to do my thing. Okay, so this training is not for people looking for shortcuts. It's not for people who just want to collect from that. Just give me all the prompts I need, and I'm fine. Okay, and it's also not for passive learners. Okay, the training will be for 3 weeks, and every hands will be on deck for those 3 weeks. We're going to be learning a lot. Okay, and it's not also for somebody that is just curious. Okay, let's just see how it goes. Okay, because there is a lot of value in the training, and it will not be good that somebody just pays for the training and it doesn't even go through the training. Okay, the training requires discipline. Okay, so in rounding up, if today clarified something for you, if you realized you've been approaching AI randomly, if you want to move from experiments to structured execution, then I encourage you to enroll for the AI-powered business bootcamp. So last year we had the first 4 batches. We had batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, batch 4, and we received testimonials from all of these batches. So this is the link to enroll for the course. More details will also be provided in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so click on this If you click on this link now, it's going to take us to, okay, so I want to open the seller link. I want to show us the testimonials that we have received from participants of previous batches. Okay, so if you scroll to the bottom of this page, you can see previous participants of the course. You can see they have a lot of things to say about the course. Okay, so it's a program that has a proven track record. Okay, we have a track record of delivering on our promises. Okay, so I'm just going to be stopping at this point and welcome questions. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So do we have questions? Yes.
Okay. First of all, I must commend you on the work you have just show display. In
Sorry,
fact,
please. Sorry, please. I want to increase the volume. I can't hear. Okay.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can.
I say first of all, I must commend you for the great work you are doing, ma. It's a it's very great indeed. In fact, as knowledge knows no bounds. So every day you learn, every day you have something to know.
Yes, thank you.
So um me, I don't have so much. I don't have so much questions because I'm just getting to know the kind of what you are trying to letting us to know. So that's just it. So I'm just my one question I want to ask that now, because I was out a little bit because of the network. The network was not that good here. So you made mention of a training, 3 weeks training. That's blah blah. Is I hope I know it's going to involve. It's not going to be free, or is it free? So I want to know the the, the kind of the expenses and what it takes. So I just want to know about it.
Okay, so the cost of the AI powered business bootcamp is 9,999 naira. Okay, so that's 10,000 minus 1 naira. That's the cost of the training. Okay, so the training is going to start 2nd of March 2026. That's on a Monday. It's going to run for 3 weeks. So every day we're going to have lessons for the day. We're going to have lectures, both audio, text, and video. We're going to have those lessons, and it's such that all the lessons will be released early in the morning, and then whenever you come online, you're going to have you go through at your own pace, and then you have a group where you can ask questions. So we usually have a Telegram group. Then recently we introduced a WhatsApp group. So we're going to have a Telegram group where the lectures will be dropped. And then we have a WhatsApp group for interactions. So that's where participants can interact, ask questions, and that's also where we submit our assignments for review. Okay, so we're going to have lessons on different aspects apart from at the beginning, we're going to have like a really deep introduction to AI and really understand prompt engineering, because that's the foundation of AI use. Prompt engineering, if everybody understands prompt engineering, you won't have to ever ask somebody that, oh, what prompt did you use for this and that? So we do all of that. And then we also learn how to use AI to do different things, okay? All the image generation. We're going to go into video this time. Okay, we've not been covering video, but a lot of people have been asking, is video generation, is video going to be taught? So this time around, we are introducing video Okay, so we're going to learn how to use AI to create video, images, music, ads as well. We're going to learn how to run ads. We're going to learn how to run ads with the power of AI. Also going to learn how to create landing pages using AI. Landing pages are like one-page websites. Okay, so we're going to go into all of that, and it's going to be like fully practical. I think that's like a rundown of the training.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I can see it really involves a lot. So moreover, I want to ask: Can a person, I mean, can a person, a busy scheduled person, I mean, engage in it? Because I don't know how the timing, the framing of all these things will take. So, I mean, the timing of this thing, because of other schedules that
Oh,
one can
okay.
have.
Okay, so as
So,
I said earlier that the lectures will be dropped in the morning. They are not live classes. Okay, except we decide to have maybe one or two live classes like this one, maybe to explain a particular concept, but the classes are not live. They will be dropped in the groups, and then each person should go through, will have to go through at their convenience. Okay, and then usually at the end of the week, we usually have like the weekends for people to catch up. So we don't introduce new topics by weekends. We don't introduce new topic by weekend. So most people, if they don't have the time to really go through day by day during the week, by weekends they can catch up and cover up whatever they have missed. So yes, a busy person can enroll for the training. I hope I
okay.
answered your question.
Well, yeah. I've had him. All right. I think from here, I'm okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
ma.
you. Okay.
So mine is a more of an appreciation for a job well done. At least though I've undergone the training before, I can still say categorically that I learned something new again today. So
Okay.
keep the good work going, and God will continue to strengthen and help you and give you more of His wisdom.
Amen. Thank you.
So I'll still try my part to persuade as many people as I know to join in the training so as to benefit from the knowledge that is being passed across. So thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so I'll be ending the meeting at this point, and I'll try to make the recording available, especially for many people that couldn't join us. Okay, so thank you for attending. Thank you so much. Hey, Abimelech, thank you.
Oh my God. I
Thank
just
you for,
finished a meeting not long ago and was having challenge connecting actually the network.
okay, it is
Ah,
well. You're welcome. I'm just rounding up, but I'm going to try to make the recording available. I'm recording the meeting, so I'll send the recording.
all right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone.